Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? So the most awkward and the most uncomfortable moment in boxing history, especially in a press conference, just took place right now. And that was at the Ryan Garcia versus Oscar Duarte press conference. So just to surmise everything and put it in chronological order, we all know that after Ryan Garcia lost to Gervonta Tank Davis, Oscar De La Hoya, and Bernard Hopkins, they left the arena and didn't even attend the post-fight press conference, leaving Ryan Garcia on the stage alone with basically nothing but his family. Because Ryan Garcia's trainer, he didn't show up at the press conference either, which is why he got fired by Ryan Garcia, and that was Joe Goosen. So more recent, Ryan Garcia, he does an interview with Brian Custer, and he talks about how he doesn't like the disrespect by Oscar De La Hoya and Bernard Hopkins. They don't treat him the way he's supposed to be treated. I'm paraphrasing, but this is the gist of what he said. Now, Bernard Hopkins, he actually reacts to what Ryan Garcia said on the Brian Custer show, and this is what he said.
The recent appearance of Ryan on the Brian Custer show, did you have a chance to see that?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on what he said about how he feels disrespected by how Golden Boy is, speaking to him about, kind of what you just spoke about, not treating him like a champion, stuff like that.
Not treating him like a champion. Is he a champion? He got a world belt?
But he even went as far to say...
Listen, we're not in the business. And Oscar will repeat in his own style, in his own way. We're not in business kissing fighters' ass to tell them they're something that they're not. Now, I will promote a fight, but I would not promote a lie. I'm gonna say it again. You like this jacket?
I love the jacket, man. Okay. You're looking sharp.
I will promote a fight.
Zoom out a little bit.
But I would not promote a lie. Now take that to the bank and make sure you get interest later on off that quote.
So with all that being said, that set the showdown for not Ryan Garcia versus Oscar Duarte, but Ryan Garcia versus Oscar De La Hoya and Bernard Hopkins.
And now, I welcome to the podium international superstar who has broken records and has led the charge to make the biggest fights in boxing happen, Ryan Garcia. Ryan.
Good afternoon, everybody. First and foremost, I want to give thanks to the Most High, Jesus Christ. I also want to invite the Holy Spirit into this press conference. Just always want to invite him. Man, a couple things that I want to touch. One thing that's been on my heart is the statements that Bernard made, where he'll decide if I'm going to finish or if I should continue boxing after this fight. He don't decide that. My coach does, my team does, everybody that, grinds with me day in and day out, that's who decides, and ultimately God decides, not him. Nobody was telling him when to stop boxing. He stopped boxing at 45, so kudos to him. But he don't determine that. And another thing I want to touch on is, Oscar saying that, we misinterpret, what they say. It's plain English. I didn't hear anybody speaking any language I don't know. So, it's very clear to me that, they're backing this guy to beat me just like they thought Duno was going to beat me. He was the next Filipino star. They saying he's the next Mexican star. You know what? I put everything into this fight. For the first time, I'm extremely committed in a long time. 2021 was one of the times it kind of broke me. 2022, changed me. 2023 opened my eyes. I'm about to come back for everything. I'm just lasered and I'm laser focused, and that's where my confidence comes from. Shout out my mom, and I want to thank everybody. I want to thank my strength and conditioning coach. He's been there more than just the physical part. He's been there mentally, spiritually. Shout out Cipriano Montes, but he calls Sip. Shout out him. Shout out my dad. Shout out my trainer, Derek James. We've been putting a lot of work in. And, Oscar is the tough opponent. I know he's going to come to fight. But, you know, right here, I'm here to make an example to the 140 division. This is how I'm coming. This is the Ryan Garcia you're going to get. I'm going to continue boxing. And, you know, he also said that, you know, he calls out on the bullshit, the lies. Man, last time I checked, he said he never lose to a white boy, and then Joe Smith Jr. knocked him out of the ring. Last time I checked, Joe Smith Jr. was white. So, you know, they be lying. So at the end of the day, you know, I'll come to show what I bring, and I'm laser focused, and that's where this confidence comes from. Thank God for everything, and all praise to the Most High, Jesus Christ. Thank you.
All right, this concludes the press conference for Saturday's fight, Ryan Garcia versus Oscar Duarte. We will now pose the fighters for pictures. Thank you very much.
When I say this was the most awkward and most uncomfortable moment in the sport of boxing, I say that because you could already tell that as soon as Oscar De La Hoya introduced Ryan Garcia to the stage, as Ryan started talking, Oscar had this look on his face like he was just hoping Ryan wasn't going to just completely air out the drama right there on the stage. And then he was almost saying to himself, nah, Ryan wouldn't do that. Ryan knows we're here for business. He knows we're here to promote the fight, so he wouldn't do that. And then as he was thinking this, out of nowhere, Ryan, he came out and he aired out the whole situation. And I gotta say, it's pretty funny the way it played out because I had never seen Oscar De La Hoya that uncomfortable on the stage. Ryan Garcia dissed his own promoter, Oscar De La Hoya, and Bernard Hopkins at the same time on the stage to promote his next fight. But credit to Ryan because he didn't forget to promote his actual fight. He still made sure he got some words in promoting what he was going to do to Oscar Duarte. But the awkward and uncomfortable live reactions by Oscar De La Hoya and Bernard Hopkins while Ryan Garcia is saying all of this was truly unprecedented. Now, I'm going to play this clip, and I want you guys to just pay attention to, once again, Oscar De La Hoya, Bernard Hopkins' reaction, and even Shane Mosley Jr., who's laughing about the whole situation as he's in the background, tripping out. It's so funny because in this screenshot where Ryan and Oscar face off, you already know everyone is thinking the same thing, probably except for Oscar Duarte. Everyone else is thinking, damn, I can't believe what Ryan just said. Oscar, Bernard Hopkins, Shane Mosley Jr., and even Ryan Garcia himself, they are all thinking about what Ryan just said previously. But Oscar De La Hoya, he did bring this on himself when he elected not to show up at the post-fight press conference after the Ryan Garcia fight, especially when Oscar De La Hoya was promoting Ryan Garcia leading up to the fight, the week of the fight. And although Oscar didn't focus too much on saying that Ryan was just going to beat Gervonta's ass, instead he focused more on trying to diss Gervonta Tank Davis, a slight deflection which might have had something to do with deep down he always felt that Ryan Garcia was going to lose that fight. We know in the past he did feel that Ryan was going to lose to Gervonta. He was asked on 2 different occasions who wins that fight, and he said Gervonta wins the fight. In the past, he said that Gervonta's a beast. He would beat Ryan Garcia. So he goes from saying that Gervonta's a beast and he would beat Ryan Garcia. Then the week of the fight, because his job is to promote Ryan Garcia, he then starts saying that Gervonta wasn't confident he could beat Ryan Garcia and some other stuff. And then after that, Oscar De La Hoya and Bernard Hopkins are a no-show at the post-fight press conference. So when it comes to Ryan Garcia going off script and completely airing out everything when it comes to Oscar De La Hoya and Bernard Hopkins, it's not that much of a surprise because once again, Oscar De La Hoya completely left Ryan Garcia hanging, and he won't let him go to another network. He won't let him go to another promotional company. He's going to keep him around. So Oscar should have expected this to happen eventually. And it's not so much about exactly what Ryan Garcia said about Oscar and Bernard Hopkins. It's just the fact that the things he said made both of them extremely uncomfortable during the press conference because they were hoping and expecting Ryan Garcia not to air out the real business. But the good news is this fight needed all the help it could get to promote it, and that might be a little bit of a boost because from what I hear, the tickets are not selling very well for this fight, and this little drama between Ryan Garcia, Bernard Hopkins, and Oscar De La Hoya might turn out to help the fight sell. Let's see if Ryan Garcia is going to do the numbers that Gervonta Tank Davis did, or if he's going to do the numbers that Devin Haney is about to do against Regis Prograis. And I only say this because a lot of fans have been saying the only reason Gervonta Tank Davis' last fight was so successful was because of the big pay-per-view star Ryan Garcia. He's the one that brought all those numbers in. And the beautiful thing about boxing is we know numbers don't lie. So we're about to find out if that's true when it comes to Ryan Garcia's star power this weekend when he fights against Oscar Duarte. With that being said, I'm going to wrap this video up. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one. All right, now check this out, guys. If you're looking to repair eczema scars, burns and bruises, dark spots and blemishes, fever blisters, diabetic ulcers, this right here is the perfect product for you guys. It's called LO Deki Face and Body Oil. Athletes and top-ranking boxers, they're also using it after training to reduce swelling, inflammation, and to ease the pain. So get yours today. Go to lodeki.com, like them on Facebook, and follow them on Instagram. All right, now check this out, guys. If you're looking to repair eczema scars, burns and bruises, dark spots and blemishes, fever blisters, diabetic ulcers, this right here is the perfect product for you guys. It's called LO Deki Face and Body Oil. Athletes and top-ranking boxers, they're also using it after training to reduce swelling, inflammation, and to ease the pain. So get yours today. Go to lodeki.com, like them on Facebook, and follow them on Instagram.